You're watching The Marketplace. Next to news of ransomware attacks happening in the wild, and many African firms have fallen victim. One of the latest victims is Glo Nigeria. We're told hackers have stolen 600 gigabytes of information and have encrypted all their systems. Joining me with more is Daniel Kwekuntiamwadai, who is an expert in cybersecurity, digital forensics, forensic investigation, and audit. Good afternoon to you, Daniel. Great to have you on The Marketplace. How popular are these attacks, and what is the nature of the attacks? Yep.
Dario.
Hi.
Yes. Ransomware has been very impactful this year. Within the last 30 days, we've seen about 827 attacks across the world, and then 40% of these attacks has been to Africa. We've also seen about 2,000 attacks this year, and that is why we as Cybertech we think it's very critical that we raise an awareness or something towards this.
Kind of havoc do these attacks have on businesses? What do businesses stand to lose when they're attacked?
You lose practically everything. You see, data is what fuel businesses right now. And then for ransomware attackers or hackers, what they want to get access to is your data because they think your business value is really around your data. So what they do is that we have something called the triple extortion. They first steal your data, which in the case of Glo, they store about 600 gigabytes of data. Then they encrypt your whole systems, basically your operational systems. There's a system that, if let's say for a telco, your mobile money systems, your core systems, your network systems, and everything. And then now they tell you that see, come and pay, and then we'll give you back your data. Else we will publish it out to the public. And then for companies, they know the value of the data that they have, and then the impact that it will fall on them if this data should fall in the public. So what ransomware actors do is that should the company decide not to pay, which according to the security agencies, it's not good, it's not right for companies to pay for ransomware attacks because what they do is that they intend to fund this ransomware groups. So what happened is that if you don't pay, they put your data out. So but some companies still pay, and then the impact will be that you're going to really suffer a huge revenue loss. If the data is being leaked to the public, it means that your reputation is going to be sabotaged in terms of your customers are going to it's going to cause some level of fear and panic among your customers, and then most of them begin to either, let's say for a bank, they begin to withdraw or close their accounts here and there. So you suffer a very great loss.
Oh, this is crazy. Daniel, talk to me a bit more about the lapses in the system the hackers are taking advantage of.
See, companies are not allocating budget for cybersecurity, and for us, it's a great worry. Yes, we know that the economic times that we are in is very difficult for them to raise revenues here and there. But what will it profit you if you're raising revenue and then suddenly you have a very huge ransomware attack and then your business basically collapse? See, according to statistics, about 60% of startups startup businesses collapse when they are being hit with a ransomware, and this is very critical for us. And if you look at the whole landscape, you realize that it is just because businesses are not allocating budget for cybersecurity. We spoke to a lot of businesses within the past couple of months. We realized that they seem to be focusing on revenue for themselves because obviously taxes here and there, and then they slow down. But I bet you that a lot of companies in Ghana, in Nigeria, in the West Africa region are suffering from ransomware attacks. And the bad thing also is that they don't usually report it. According to law, according to our cybersecurity law, according to the Bank of Ghana directive, and then across border, you are supposed to report cyber attacks when you are being hit. But most of the companies don't report it, and which is a great worry. And then you're also supposed to send at least an alert to your customers, just so that if maybe they have some account, maybe some online banking account with you and all, they can change it as soon as possible. But because these companies know the laws in terms of the reputational damage and all that will hit them, so they intend to keep it silent and keep quiet about it. And this is really not good for their customers, for their clients, and then for the company itself.
Some companies wouldn't report because of reputational damage. Is it also the case that some don't even know about this at all?
Yes. So, according to a report from Mandiant is a cybersecurity firm of Google. Last year they had about 60% of their attacks were attacks that they worked on, or they responded to. The notification came to those companies through external sources. So it means that most of the companies don't even know that they've been hit or they've been attacked. So they sometimes it's just maybe the security agencies or companies like Cybertech who we have threat intelligence feeds. We feed information coming from the dark web, from the deep web and all. And then what we do is that we submit it to the clients or the companies that are being hit. And so through this notification or this alert that we send to some of the companies, that is when some of the companies even now come to realize that they've been attacked. And it's simple. The main reason why they've been attacked is because they are not putting in control. They are not putting controls in place to secure their systems, to secure their Active Directory, to be changing passwords or credentials every 3 months, to have a backup policy. They don't have it, and some of these companies really are not helping their clients or their customers because in this case, in the case of Globacom, the hackers have reported that they have about 600 gigabytes of data, and these data span across financial details, client information, customer information, and this customer information are basically the personal identifiable information of each customer. And so what it means is that if they're giving the Glo up to 29th, and then if Glo doesn't pay the ransom that they are requesting for, they put all of this information out. It means that if they put it out, someone like me, I can go and fetch this information and then be able to have access to the customer data of each client, each customer of Globacom. And this includes their national ID information, their personal data and everything. And this is serious. This is very serious.
So how can businesses protect themselves?
Businesses really have to sit down and then look at their cyber risk profile. Look at the systems that are very critical to their business operation. An example is if let's say you are a telco, and then you know that you know your revenue streams in terms of your business lines. You know that there are some systems or servers that operate on those lines. So let's say one of the ways the telecom companies drive revenue is through mobile money, and then obviously they get their percentage on the transaction. So this mobile money server has to be available at any point to serve the customers or the client that are trying to reach the systems. The problem is that if if they want to secure that particular business line, they have to be able to do an assessment or what you call a testing on the system to see all the loopholes or weaknesses, what we call vulnerabilities on the system. And then after identifying these vulnerabilities, they're able to basically patch these vulnerabilities or talk to a cybersecurity company. They will assign a vulnerability remediator or what they call the defensive security experts to be able to come and assist you to resolve most of these vulnerabilities. See, for a business, every public facing system, let's say your web applications, your emails, and other accounts are basically the entry point onto your system. So what you have to do is you have to look at your attack vectors. Attack vectors are basically the entries onto your system. Then know how you will be able to block these attack vectors from external people who are not supposed to come onto your system. So just talk to a cybersecurity company. They will come in they will help you from penetration testing to vulnerability assessment to putting in some risk methods or risk controls to be able to help you to be able to patch every weakness or vulnerability on your system.
Okay, thank you so much. Great to speak with you, Daniel Intiamwadai, cybersecurity expert. I appreciate your time with us. And that's